This has caused a lot of uproar within the Manchester City fan base here, as you can see, Gundogan could be leaving Barcelona. Now, why has this caused a lot of uproar? Well, first of all, let's just read this. This is coming from managing Barcelona. He uses this source, which is pretty hit or miss, to be honest, but let's trust it for the sake of arguments being. Let's say Gundo wants to leave and the club doesn't care about him. That is what the reports are saying now. You can go through a lot of reports, there's a lot of stuff about this, which is why I believe it might be true, because there's just so many different reports from so many different sources, some more reliable than others, which is why I believe it is probably true. But yeah, Nobbins is a bit of a sarcastic guy, but this pretty much summarizes what a lot of people are thinking right now. Albeit, I'm pretty sure Nobbins is being sarcastic here. But this is a bit less sarcastic here, and if you just look up Gundogan right now, you will see a bunch of Man City fans being happy at the idea that he might come back. Now I'm here to tell you, Gundogan, 1, is not coming back, 2, you don't want him to come back. And here are the reasons why. There's 3 main reasons really. 1, he is 35 years old. Just think about that. 35 years old. Think about the best longevity players have had. Ibrahimovic, around the age of 40 maybe, when he really slowed down. Okay, are we gonna say Gundogan has the same longevity as Ibrahimovic? No, he clearly doesn't. He was already in decline in the treble season. Like, I'm sorry, the treble season was not Gundogan's peak. He was already in decline at that point. We just had a lot of other players around him to help him keep at that level. Gundogan, on his own, was still great in the treble season. Again, don't get me wrong, he was still great. He was not what he used to be anymore. He is in decline already. He is slowing down already. Now it's been 2 years. He is in decline. He will continue to be in decline. If we get him back, he won't be the Gundogan you remember. I watch La Liga. A lot of Man City fans don't watch La Liga. He is not that guy anymore. He is in a midfield with Pedri, De Jong, if he's not injured, which he's always injured, so maybe that's not fair to say, but he's in a midfield with Pedri, sometimes Gavi, if that guy isn't injured. When is Barcelona's midfield not injured? Really, if you're a Barca fan, why is your midfield permanently injured? But yeah, he's in a midfield with a decent midfielders. Like, I rate Pedri. Could use some work at Barca midfield, sure, but he's not really doing the most with it in that team. Lewandowski, to be fair, was pretty dead last season. He is washed. But then you have Lamine Yamal and stuff. He had some good players to play with. But he didn't impress. You could look at his GA, which sure, it was impressive, but GA means nothing. Grealish, with 0 goals and 0 assists, is better than Doku with 5 goals and an assist. It's simply, if you just compare the two players, Grealish has a skill set that is so much more valuable that you can use in so many different ways. You can't just look at GA, not even for pure attackers. Haaland gets more GA than Mbappe, but I think Mbappe is better. He just does more, outside of scoring goals and assists. So okay, GA is not logical. So the second reason, Pep Guardiola never signs old players. He is not interested. It's a policy Pep Guardiola has made for himself. He doesn't want to sign players he has previously let go. We're not going to see Gundogan come back because of that simple policy. But the third reason is, and this is the most simple one, we don't need him. We have midfielders in strikes right now at Manchester City. What we need is a Zubimendi, a Bruno Guimaraes, a defensive midfielder, not a Gundogan. Gundogan is not a defensive midfielder. Sure, you can play him deep. He's not going to do all his job. He simply isn't. So we need to get a pure 6. Gundogan is not a pure 6. he doesn't solve our issue in the squads. Our only squad issues right now are our weak right back area, which might be solved if Rico Lewis comes in and is very strong, and our defensive midfielder. I suppose you can also say you want an attacking midfielder to play false nine and stuff like that. So I guess you can, maybe that's the three issues. Gundogan solves none of those three. Rico Lewis might solve one of those. So certainly, what do we need Gundogan for? To just add another name in the squad? It's time to let go of him. Manchester City fans, yeah, you can get sentimental about your players. It's time to let go. He's not that guy anymore. I think he deserves a stadium, yeah, and I think it's criminal that we don't have a stadium of him lifting the Champions League, because he is the captain that won us the treble. That does mean I want him back at the club now. He's not that guy anymore. But you guys tell me what you think, yeah, about Gundogan, about his possible return, which again, it's not gonna happen. If you do want him back though, all of that, your reasoning, if you watch La Liga by the way, if you don't watch La Liga, just admit it that you don't know. Because I'm not gonna argue with people who don't know what they're talking about. I don't talk about things I don't know about. I don't watch Bundesliga a lot last season outside of Bayer Leverkusen. So I watched a bit of Bayer Leverkusen. If you're gonna ask me my opinion on a player from Stuttgart, I don't know. If you're gonna ask me my opinion on a player from Leipzig, I don't know. Just admit it. Sometimes it's okay to just admit. Well, I do watch quite a bit of Openda, but before he went to Leipzig, so I can tell you my opinion on him, but for the most part, if there's something I don't know about, I just admit it. So no need to lie here in the comment section and say, yeah, I want Gundogan back because he's so good at Barcelona. If you didn't watch La Liga, please just don't bother. I don't like when people lie because they want to feel involved in an argument. Anyhow, thank you for watching the video to the end. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. Help the channel out a bunch. I think I grew a bunch of subscribers yesterday. Let me go check. My analytics are... Oh, I went another one up. I was at 2. Yeah, oh my days. You guys, you're amazing, yeah? Thank you guys so much for sticking around, for liking and subscribing and all of that stuff, yeah? You're so amazing. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Well, let me do this properly. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.